Hey Sky Fam, and welcome to Becoming That Girl, a show where we get to unpack the lives of some of our faves, spill a little tea, and get to know how they became the incredible women that they are today. My name is Ellen Chiowa, and my things are dancing, politics, and public speaking, and what's not my thing, vaping and fake friends. And today, I'm joined by none other than, drumroll please, Chisanga Taylor.
Thank you.
Chisanga.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
Chisanga Taylor is a renowned actress, model, and acting coach with a degree in drama and theater. She is a visionary behind Uku by Chisanga, an art studio that brings stories and portraits to life. More recently, her modeling took her to walk the runways of London Fashion Week, whether on shows like Tikula or Lusaka Starter Pack. Her social media influencing, her strong presence on stage and camera empowers others, guiding up-and-coming creatives and lighting the path for a new generation.
My things are curly hair care, being nice, and being creative, whatever form that may be. And what's not my things are being mean, doing the dishes, and smoking. Yeah. That's the last one, yeah.
So what inspired you to be an overall creative? You said your thing is being creative, So
Yeah.
growing up,
Yeah.
what inspired that?
Honestly, nothing inspired me. I think I was just, my mom says I was just born and I already knew who I was by like 2. I was already dressing myself. Mom said I can go out and get a mortgage and a job by the age of 3. Like I already, it's this weird, I kind of knew who I was. And I really have to give a lot of gratitude and props to my mom because she wanted to be creative and do drama and dance and theatre and everything. And she never got the opportunity because, I think a lot of people can relate to that, having like a Zambian parents and stuff. And she basically gave me the opportunity to do whatever I wanted to do. So I never felt like I had any limitations. And being creative was just something so natural to me. I mean, I remember when I was 5 and I was making little tissue roll dolls and I was painting on them and I made little cardboard houses. I just was never told, no, don't do that. So I just did whatever I could or wanted to, yeah.
So your mom is like a really big part of your support system.
Oh, she's huge. Yeah, she's the #1 top fan, cheer captain. If she could be here in the back of the room, she would. I love her so much. She really pushes and supports me and is really one of my biggest role models to, do what I wanted to do, yeah. And in terms of juggling, again, she started out as a pharmacist and now she works in a hydropower and she's building, she's done so many jobs in her lifetime and she's taught me the importance of being able to pivot, being able to don't be stuck in something just because it's what you're doing. You can always you can always change things if you want to change things. You can always jump and try something out. It doesn't work out, then hey, at least you tried,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been my biggest mindset is do what you want, try what you want. If it doesn't work out, it's okay. Now you know.
Yeah, it's okay to, visit here and there.
Yeah, we learn through our mistakes.
Yeah, and try different things and Supermom was there for you.
Honestly, that woman. I need to buy her a house and a car and everything. That is coming.
Juggling everything, you're a model, you're an actress, and you do so many things. So do you have any tips on how you juggle it? You said that you can try different things and it's okay if you don't manage it.
Yeah.
But growing up, when you're a teenager, when you're getting into things, since you already started as a creative, when you're a teenager, things get crazy.
Honestly, the way I am now is exactly how I was when I was a teenager in terms of the amount of stuff I was doing. Maybe my mindset and mannerisms have changed, but when I was in school, I was very fortunate and privileged to be able to do sports, acting and academic at the same time. And my school was able to facilitate because I was part of I won Sportsman of the Year when I graduated. I was part of the football, swimming, basketball, volleyball, field hockey, and athletics team.
Wow.
And I used to do sprinting as well. So that's my other side of me. I'm very, very sporty, very athletic. I love doing all that stuff. Now I do rock climbing and I can go on. So I used to balance that with doing the school plays as well as balancing my academics and as well as doing volunteer work as well. I used to volunteer in Baleni at an orphanage. And what the school taught me was that you don't have to do everything at once. You can just pick. Some days were just for volleyball. Some days were just for theatre. Some days were just for me to just do whatever I wanted to do, you know? And it really helped me just map out and plan my life a bit and plan, and I don't put too much pressure on myself to be like, I need to do everything at the same time. That's impossible, you know? I'm just a human. So, you know, having a good schedule and planning out things and allowing time to put things in the spotlight, you know? So if I'm acting, then maybe my modeling and stuff isn't as in the spotlight. If I'm modeling, maybe my social media isn't as in the spotlight. If I'm doing my paintings and my earrings and my work, maybe everything else isn't as in the spotlight, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay, because everyone needs their moment and time to shine, so yeah.
You have to prioritize.
Prioritize what you want to do in the moment, you know? You don't, I think people put too much pressure on themselves to do everything at the same time. And we're just land mammals. Sometimes we need to just take a nap.
Land mammals, I like that phrase. I like that phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah, like prioritize. I feel like as teenagers, we get caught up because we see like you and other influential people that we follow, and we think you have it all, but like we have to remember we're land mammals. We're
land mammals, yeah. Just prioritize, take your time. Do what you would like to do in the moment, but also when I say prioritize, be realistic. You know, if you're a teenager in school, I would say focus on school. All this other modeling and creative stuff, that will be there until the end. You know, it's always will be there. Concentrate on school, get your academics, and then just have fun in between. There's always free time for something. You know, it's just about believing in yourself and just, you know, not putting too much pressure on yourself as well.
And stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself.
True.
So I know you coach, you're an acting coach, and you cast, you know, different actors. So what was your biggest coaching breakthrough?
So like you said, I work as an acting coach. I have a degree in drama and theatre. I've been doing coaching for about a few years now. Mostly I work on TV shows, on sets, and I work with a cast and have that journey with them. I would say my biggest acting breakthrough, honestly, I don't think I can just say just one. I'm not going to say all of them for time, but I think every single time that I'm able to get into a room and talk to somebody and instantly I just see there like something clicks, or like there's like a mind shift change, or there's like a, oh, I never thought about it like that. The moment I see that happen, I'm thinking my job is done. Because for coaching and acting, it's not about me telling you what to do. It's about me guiding you for you to figure out how to do things differently. Because sometimes people get stuck on one path and they forget that you have so many other choices.
Yeah.
And so acting, I say everything you do as an actor is a choice. It's not a decision, this is final. It's always just a choice, and it can always be changed, you know? Yeah, I think because everyone I've coached and done has done amazing. They've really taken it in. I'm just happy that people enjoy themselves after a session, you know? That's been the big,
Like it's a whole journey, not
it's
just...
a whole journey, you know? So I was also the acting coach for Tukula season 4, which was an amazing experience. So happy to be back, so happy to be on set with this new cast and seeing how people, how the characters are still similar but so different. It was nice to see how everyone has interpreted their characters, how they think. But it was also nice to come back on set, because when I was on set, we had an amazing acting coach, Mr. Banda, but I ended up kind of becoming his informal assistant sometimes, and also helping him kind of lead workshops and giving my own advice to my castmates. And it was nice to be back to kind of be in that role again, you know? And these guys are amazing, amazing performers. Every time we had a session, they were locked in, they were asking their own questions, so I could tell they were going home and, you know, thinking about things. Sometimes actors can kind of get into this rut of just tell me what to do. I'm not even going to think about anything, which is wrong, because actors are supposed to prepare, you know, you're supposed to go back and think about how your character would interact with certain things, what they've done before, you know what I'm saying? So these guys really put in effort, they really showed me like they want to learn. And they had their previous acting coach, so when I came in, I wanted to take a different approach of really building them up as actors, so that even after Tukula, they can go off and take what they've learned and apply that in other places. And also apply it in like the office, you know, giving a speech, doing a job, doing an interview. So yeah, it was an amazing experience, and yeah, fingers crossed, we might be back, I don't know.
For season 5. Maybe.
Whoever's there.
Yeah, so speaking of Tikula, you acted, not just in season 4 when you're coaching, you acted in season 1 and season 2 of Tikula. So how was your experience acting, and do you have any advice for any young girls who want to become an actor?
So, my God, thinking back about season 1, we had no idea where this was gonna go. We had no idea how big this would be, how much of an impact it would be on girls, on people across not just Zambia, but I think Africa as well. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. It was an amazing experience. Very stressful, not gonna lie, because it was the first run, so teething issues and everything, but what production doesn't have those? My biggest advice for teen girls that want to get into acting is when you are in an audition or get to an audition or want to audition, remember it's like a job interview. Just because you don't get it doesn't mean that you were bad. It just doesn't mean that you weren't what the directors were looking for, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't, and I think we need to kind of change the narrative around oh, you don't like me, or you didn't pick me, therefore you don't like me. That's not the case. Sometimes you're just not the right fit, or there's somebody who hits it just a bit better than you hit it, you know what I'm saying? And it's this thing of don't take things personally, because there's a lot of decisions that happen behind the scenes that a lot of people don't realize. So my biggest thing is, don't take things personally. You do need to have a bit of a thick skin, because in modeling, in acting, it's your appearance, it's how you look. So people are going to comment on those things. It's just how it is, And you kind of have to just, if someone says a comment or says something about your acting or your performance that you may not like, just, say, thank you for the criticism. I see where you're coming from. I appreciate it. That's it, because all it is just a little critique. It's not a
Stab to the heart.
Oh my gosh! They said no, it's just an opportunity. Like I said earlier, learn from your mistake or learn from your fault. Or the biggest thing I learned in theatre is peer review, critical peer review. So yeah, that's my biggest advice is, don't take things to heart. It's okay. Try and try and try again. Tikula was probably my 20th audition in that 6-month period. And so it wasn't like I just went in once. And even when I was in Tikula, I think I did 3 auditions before I even got the actual role. So
don't take things too personal.
Don't take things too personal.
And take constructive criticism. So prepping for your role, after Tikula, you went into a role immediately into Makofi.
Yeah.
So how did you prep for that role? Because in Tikula, like a high school girl, you're
I'm
Mimi.
I'm preppy.
Yeah, then in Makofi, you're like...
Oh yeah, Tionge was more
Yeah.
she was a bit hardcore.
Yeah.
So it all comes back to my training, I guess. We were kind of given different ways of how you can build a character. The way I take it is, you're given a character bible, you're given the basic backstory, and I just start adding to it. I start thinking, what's her favorite color? Because when they first gave me the whole thing, most of what Mimi wasn't there. I really added to her. So the fact that pink wasn't a Mimi thing. That was me saying, I feel like her favorite color would be pink. I feel like she'll be very preppy. I feel like she would like headbands, and I feel like she'll be a bit, it was written, but I just wanted to bring her to life, And those are the things that make a person, because every person has a favorite this and a favorite that. They don't like this, they don't like that. One thing about Mimi that I already knew is that she would never wear black.
Yeah.
She would never wear black. Doesn't matter what it is, she would never wear black, And it's just even having that mindset of, those are the type of questions I ask myself whenever I'm given a character. So when I went to Makofi, those are the same exact questions I asked for Tionge in my own head. I'm asking myself to answer them. And with her, it was her favorite color is either like a purple or a deep red. She's also wealthy, but she's very she's a bit more calm. And one thing I did that was very important was I changed my voices. So for Mimi, I was talking like this. Hi, I'm Mimi. I'm like, oh my God, don't do that. That's important. And that's what my voice was. Then when I was Tionge, I was talking like Tionge, more like this. I was like, that's not nice. That's not cool. I switched my voice down deeper. So when my natural voice was in between those two.
Yeah.
And that really helped me shift the energies of the two characters. Yeah.
Okay, so after like acting and coaching and photography, so you also do modeling, and I already know, I already know. But I want you to tell us your experience about your biggest modeling breakthrough.
Well, I did this little thing called London Fashion Week. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's really small.
A small
Thing, you know. So yeah, in February I got the amazing honor to walk a London Fashion Week. It was an amazing show. I got to walk for 4 international designers, and these are up and coming designers. So not the big name brands. We're getting there, don't worry. But yeah, it was an amazing opportunity. It was very inclusive. We were all different heights and sizes and colors and shapes, and oh my gosh, like I could take a whole another 45 minutes to talk about it. Because I'm half British, it was quite easy for me to be that side and to kind of be in that environment. And how I even got the opportunity was a Zambian that lives in the UK. She reached out to me for coaching stuff, and then she looked at me and she's like, do you model? And I said, yeah, here and there, you know, Instagram, photography, like small things. I'm not really like, haven't really done runways too much. And she's like, let me do something. 2 days later, London Fashion Week, and I said no. Oh my God, are you serious? And next thing I knew, I'm trying to organize. Crazy. I felt like I was taking a step up, you know, and if my modeling career ends there, I'm happy.
It's okay.
It's okay. Like I cannot complain. It was an amazing experience. I learned so much. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, that's amazing. That was like your first modeling experience, eh?
That wasn't my first modeling experience. I don't want to lie. I've been modeling for a very long time. I've worked with a bunch of like lodges locally for photo shoots. If you look at Ciela, I did a wedding photo shoot a while ago, so people think I'm married, but I'm not. I'm not. I just haven't done a lot of major runway. You know, I've done a lot of TV commercials, editorials, makeup, commercial, you know, just commercial stuff, but nothing too like high-end runway fashion week.
Yeah.
And I'm very much looking forward to exploring that side of myself more than just what I've been doing. So there may be another fashion show in the future. I don't know, we'll see.
Okay, so speaking of like the creative overall industry, like acting, modeling, so how do you like stay in touch with your artistic integrity and your values against like the client's expectations?
So anybody that knows me knows that I'm very strong-minded. I'll speak out. I'm not gonna sit and allow myself to feel like I'm being taken advantage of, or I could be in a better position, or there could be a better deal, there could be something, it could be better compromise, you know what I'm saying? And it's very important, especially as women and young women, we need to kind of stand, you know, stand on your values, stand, you know, be grounded, and no one's going to really remind you to do those things, especially, you know, when you're by yourself at home and you're in that situation where you're thinking, should I do this thing? Should I not do this thing? At the end of the day, you have to sit with whatever you decide to do with yourself. People can say stuff, people can, you know, social media, comments, but at the end of the day, if you are not happy with what you're going to do or what you've done, then why do it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why push yourself to be uncomfortable with something just for the sake of maybe you're going to be on a TV show, maybe you're going to do a runway or modeling or something. There's many opportunities that I've turned down and I've walked away from because they didn't meet me in the middle, and it was something that I felt like I was going to give more than I received. There are definitely cases where I don't mind giving more than I'm ever going to receive because I can see that it's going to benefit somebody and it's positive. But you have to kind of put your foot down sometimes and just remind yourself that sometimes it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it because you don't want to do something then later on have regrets at all. So just take your time to think about decisions before you make them. Know your values clearly. Know what you want to do and what you don't want to do. I'm smoke-free, therefore I'm not going to smoke. Simple as. there is no in between there. That is how it is.
Yeah.
There's plenty of other values that I have as well, and for acting, for modeling, for certain things that I'm comfortable doing or not comfortable doing. I'm very clear with them up front, so there's no surprises. There's no, oh, we didn't know, you know. So yeah, no one is going to be as strict with you than yourself.
So earlier you mentioned that one of your values, like you're smoke free. So can you please tell us, like, why are you smoke free and why do you choose to, you know, do that for your career?
Well, on top of everything else, originally I'm a musical theatre actress. So before I did anything film related, I had already clocked in about 5 or 6 musical shows and 2 being in the UK. So I was singing, dancing and acting at the same time for 2 to 3 hours straight. And then on top of that as well, like I mentioned before, I'm a huge athlete. So when I was in university, I was playing for my university volleyball team and we were traveling all over UK to compete against other people, and that was a whole hectic. So I couldn't afford not to be healthy, you know, not even to be able to breathe properly, because I needed to have serious lung control when singing. I needed to be able to, you know, get up, do a whole dance number for 3 to 4 minutes, sing, dance, blah, 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 blah. The moment it's done, you're back in the scene, acting it out. Then maybe I'm helping move I had to be very physically active for a lot of the things that I was doing, so I couldn't afford to not be able to achieve those things. Then on top of that, you know, smell, stains, there's so many other deterrents, I would say, that kind of just said, okay, this is not really appealing.
Yeah.
This is not really something that I want to bring into my life or have into my life. And yeah, like I said, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not worth it at the long run, yeah.
Yeah, like it's not worth it. A lot of teenagers think it's cool to smoke.
Yeah. I think there's plenty of other cool things that you could do. And most of the time, and theatre is very, there's a lot of psychology in theatre. Because, you know, you're talking about humans and emotions and how to see certain things to make the audience feel certain things. So for me, when I see teenagers think like, oh, it's cool to smoke, I see that as more of an insecurity standpoint. Because why would you want to do something only for other people to say that you're cool? Because if you can't say, oh, I'm cool, I'm chilled, and you don't have to worry about what other people are saying, you know, just be confident in yourself. And most of the time when people are doing something for external validation, they have insecurities, they have low confidence, they have low self-esteem. Because people who stick to themselves, do their own thing, do their truth, do what they want to do without worry about judgment, those are the people that have confidence, that have high self-worth, self-esteem, you know what I'm saying?
And it's important to stay true to yourself and know what your thing is and what's not your thing, so that you don't have to give in to peer pressure like smoking.
No.
What is the biggest misconception about your industry, like the creative industry?
The biggest misconception I would think is that we're all rich. I think that's one of them. A lot of artists and creatives, I mean, we're not called starving artists for no reason. You know, that's not it is a passion field. One of my biggest things is that you have to have passion to be in this field, or else if you don't, it will tire you out very quickly and you will want to go and do something else. It is a field where you have to put in your own effort and energy constantly. You can't just show up, you know? You have to advocate for yourself, push for yourself, believe in yourself. I mean, before I even started modeling, I was like, I want to model. I don't know how. I don't know who. I may reach out and wait for someone to tell me, but while I'm waiting for that person to reply, I'm still getting my phone, putting it there, trying to take a picture, looking at magazines, seeing, oh, how is that model posing? How is that? Going on YouTube, seeing how photographers set up their lighting system, seeing how other people, you know, I'm not just waiting for someone to tell me what to do. I'm actively searching and thinking, and when I have that question, ask Google, ask anybody, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing, it's good to reach out to people. They're also working in their own journey. They don't owe you the time to give you advice. Some people will, some people won't. And you can't be upset about it, you know what I'm saying? So you need to, like I said, I was setting up my own phone before I even had any tripod or camera. Just my little, I think it was like an iPhone 6 or something. put it there, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and model. My photos were not good. Not everything was good, but I still tried, and I tried again, and I said, okay, now I need to do makeup. I don't know any makeup artists, I can't afford makeup. Let me just try. My mom never wears makeup. She doesn't wear wigs. She keeps her hair nice and short, and she's all natural. So everything that I am, I was self-taught from the very beginning. Very lucky that when I was in school, I got to learn, stage makeup and everything. So I think I lost it.
Yeah, like I know you do a lot of art and like your makeup is very unique. So how is it like in the Zambian space, especially being a creative, it might not be the best environment for you to
And posted. I didn't care. If I got hate comments, then it's like, okay, like you're not paying my bills, you're not driving me to work, to school, you're not bringing my groceries, you just said something. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. There's certain and that's where the thick skin comes in. That's when the knowing my self-worth and what I want to do and being standing on my own, on my 10 toes, I'm there. You can say what you want to say, and I'll just be like, okay, cool. And one thing other people can say about me is I don't go around saying stuff like that to other people. I don't go around saying, oh, why'd you do that? Oh, I don't like that. Oh, this and that. No. If I have opinions, keep them to myself. Or if I know the person personally, then I'll reach out to them personally and say, hey, I love this. This is my opinion. I suggest this, but if this is what you want to do, go for it. I'm not that type of, I'm not going to just say it just because. And like I said, most of the time when people say hateful things, when they bully, when they are insecure, it's just insecurity. Yeah. If anything, it's jealousy. I just see people who give me hate comments, they just want to be me. So I just say, okay, cool. You like me. I was like, you like me. You're hating me, you like me. Yeah. So yeah, and also, I would love to be able to do my makeup and be able to just walk about my day. I know that I'll get a few stares, so I'm still trying to work on my own self-confidence to be able to do what I do and be out more in public with it. Right now, it is still very much still online. So that's something I'm working on myself, is to try and bring my art more in person. Yeah.
So what advice would you give any girls, any teen girls watching that want to, become a creative?
So first things first, work on your mind. Be strong, be strong-willed, have good morals and values that you feel are personally what you would love. That's the first thing. Have a strong foundation. And then go off and pick, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, what do I want to do? Once you figure out what you want to do, reach out to people in those fields, but remember I said don't wait for the response. Go into those people's pages, study them, look at them. We all went to school, we all know how to research and study and put things together, Those skills are now, we're applying it in real life. So, go to people's pages, look, research, write things down, take your time with it. Don't feel like you need to show results immediately. Everything is trial and error, trial and error. Mistakes are beautiful because it teaches you exactly what not to do. So when you do it again, you're like, okay, I know I can segue here because I know what happens if I go this way. Let me go this way. And the biggest thing is, the last thing I'll say is, the biggest thing is try and try again. Always try something even though it may feel like it's silly or stupid. You never know. You never know.
Yeah, and the final question, everyone is waiting to find out, what are the 5 tips on becoming Chisanga Taylor?
So my 5 biggest tips would be, my first one would be yes and. That's a theatre improv phrase where it's more of a mindset even, where you always take on everything that someone has said, even though it may be silly, stupid, you may not agree with it. Bring it on and try it. So my first thing is yes and. That's the biggest mindset. Second is stay true to your own values and your priorities and know what they are. Thirdly is have goals. My 4th one is be kind and be happy. Lastly, it's be considerate of where others are coming from. Because I wouldn't have gotten where I am today if it weren't for other people and networking and people believing in me.
Thank you so much, Chisanga, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's been amazing. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Sky Girls, for joining us today. And from us, it's bye-bye.